Right, hello everyone. This is a pretty decent figure I've got here today. This is Studio Series 86 Perceptor, and dare I say it's it's one of the best looking ones. I wasn't going to say it was going to be pretty, but I was going to say it's pretty much a decent figure. Probably the best looking Studio Series figure out there. That's just my opinion anyway. Extremely cartoon accurate. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find one that isn't. Obviously transforms into a telescope and has a more or less secret tank mode. And Perceptor was one of the rare characters that actually made it through the movie. So first, I'm gonna attempt to make him the tank mode. So if I remember how to do it, because it's been, there you go. And these will just, that bit will just lock it into place so it doesn't go everywhere. So, right, those are, I mean, the original Perceptor had a tank mode too. So when you hear triple changes, he's not particularly on your list for being a triple changer, but he is a tank of some sort. Let's go with Cybertronic tank. Just getting his hands in is a bit difficult. So yeah, and his hands will go down. They're trying to get his legs in place. That's easier than I thought. Famous last words, of course. Yeah, so that is his tank mode. Whatever you want to call it. Cybertronian tank. Shall we go with that? Let's just get this right. Oh yay, there you go. I didn't actually notice that before. Those little, I mean, they're fond of their peg holes, but this one was actually a decent help. I didn't actually see them. That will hold the legs in place. So yeah, there is the weird tank mode, and I don't know if you can see, but obviously the microscope element doesn't actually work. It does on the original, but then again, when you're trying to improve things over the years, you can't have them all. Just trying to get them in so you can get a good look. Yeah, I actually like this figure. Not the characters, probably is an okay character. And trying to get that in there is a bit difficult. There you go. We'll go with that, shall we? Right, so for all those people over the years saying Perceptor's no good, he's just more brain than muscle. In fact, even Grimlock said, amongst the powerful, there is no room for the weak, kind of thing. But if you ever saw that awful episode, Carnage and C Minor, Perceptor actually blew apart Devastator with one shot. So there you go. So that is his tank mode. And very easily put him into microscope mode. Let's make sure they are in properly. Again, very simple. All you have to do is that. And you can have something there, I guess. The original came with Petri dishes and whatnot. This one doesn't. And there is no place for his gun. I guess you could say he's looking at his gun. His probably most memorable episode probably is Microbots. One of my favourite episodes, actually. another case of another Autobot being a total jerk to another Autobot. This time it was Brawn being nasty to Perceptor, as opposed to Cliffjumper being horrible to Mirage. So mini Autobots seem to have a chip on their shoulder, apart from Bumblebee. But excuse me. Like I said, Perceptor survived the movie. Featured prominently in season 3, even with that weird episode Face of the Nijika. The less said the better. That was actually the last episode until The Burden Hardest to Bear. I think there was a long gap in air dates for that. Imagine if that was the last episode ever. His arm seems to be stuck. There we go. Like I said before, this Studio Series figure seems to be one of the more decent ones. I've got Hot Rod on order, so I might change my mind eventually. But saying this, I got this standing proud against my others as well. He holds his own. But yeah, I actually like the figure. It's pretty decent. There we go. There we have it. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and jelly spoons, just so you can see, it doesn't work. You can't see anything through that. But like I said, the original does have that luxury. You can actually use it, even with that bit too. And I will be signing off this. And that is Studio Series 86 Perceptor, based on Transformers the movie. Transformed into a Cybertronic tank of some sort, and a microscope. And I think we are over and out, guys. So if you like what you see, like and subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll keep them going. And thank you for watching.